Lzo. My name is UAG, and I'm on a fucking mission. Don't you be disrespectful, no bitchin'. And when I play Halo, I'm never missing. So don't be dissing. Listen, 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 listen. Overthink game and pop them honeys. Dummies, playboy bunnies, those wanting money. We call him OTG, he kinda funny. He hating naked bitches cause he like to eat them gummies. What? Mad dads in the mug, don't say shit. Tight ass shirt, don't need to say jack shit. Motherfucker working out every day with that swole ass shirt. Gonna put you in the casket. Party, ooh yeah, it's the weekly retro party. Party, ooh yeah, it's the weekly retro party. Yeah. And now you know a little bit about the host. One from the East Coast, two from the West Coast. We gonna talk about what we gonna talk about. I'ma tell you what we not gonna talk about. Double IIRcade, knockoff games. IIRcade, I ain't saying your name, but fuck a rain, I hate the rain, fuck a Papa Doc. Y'all motherfuckers the same, I hate them games. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. You never were a friend, you was just undercover. I don't give a fuck if I get canceled. I'ma find your head, slice it off, and I'll put it on my mantle. Party, ooh yeah, it's a weekly retro party. Party, ooh yeah, it's a weekly retro party. I never find another one like this. I never find another show like this. And I just wanna party, ooh yeah, it's a weekly retro party. Party, ooh yeah, it's a weekly retro party. Party.
What's good, fam? It's your boy UAG here, and we got Moat and the rest of the crew. They took the day off. Motherfuckers, hard to find good help. I'm just joking. OTG got prior engagements with employment, and Mad Dads is doing big things, and I'm gonna leave it to Mad Dads because I don't want to ruin the surprise he might have for the community. But with that being said, we made it halfway through the week. It's Wednesday. Right around the corner is Friday, and I can't freaking wait for Friday. Let's just put it like that, Mode. How about you, brother? Okay.
Yeah. Friday should be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a big tournament coming up this weekend for Mortal Kombat 1. So glad to see that there's a big turnout for that. You know what I mean? And so I'm excited to see that happen Friday night. You know what I'm saying? It's just cheers to the freaking weekend. You know what I mean? And it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday night. So you reach your midway point, chat. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't had a tasty beverage or something like that to sip on and, relax with, you should have that.
You know, you're basically at the save point in that hard ass game. You don't have to go back to the beginning, but you're really close to the boss.
Right.
So you're happy that you've at least made that point, right?
Right. Yeah, I ain't got to go back. I got my checkpoint for the week. So, we're good though. We're good, man.
Have you been seeing any of the playoffs? I'm hearing some people in the chat talking about the Sixers, and Embiid got the MVP finally.
I saw that.
He was weeping like a African brother. I'm happy for him. I truly am, because he was doing his thing for the last couple of years. I think he got jerked, but when you don't play a big chunk of the season, you kind of get penalized for that.
Yeah, I'm glad that he got it, man. Well deserved, for real. As far as the finals, listen, the Bucks went out in Game 5, bro. I'm good now. I don't care.
Yeah,
Let's talk
man.
about baseball, bro. I don't care about
I'm wondering if they even gonna keep that coach after that. He had some questionable decisions that he
yeah,
made.
no, yeah, no. He should go. He should go. I don't usually don't say people should lose their jobs, but yeah, yeah. That and the Bucks act like they don't want to play. You know what I'm saying? Until like you're like in the last quarter. So they caught up with them this year. But it's all good, man. It's all good. I'm happy for everybody that's still active in the playoffs. I'm just a little bitter bees when it comes to that, right?
Let me tell you, because y'all be sleeping on me. Y'all think I just play open ice, but I've been watching the Stanley Cup playoffs, and my man, the Maple Leafs, first time in 20 years that they made a move in the playoffs. They're out of the first round, so that's big time. They may do something. Hockey is different. You could be the eighth seed and win the Stanley Cup as long as your goalie's doing their thing.
Yeah, hockey's a completely different monster, man. Like people who play that sport are built different. You know, you hear cats all the time like, "Oh, I'm built different." No, you play hockey or if you wrestle, yeah, no, you are legitimately built different. So, you know what I'm saying that's always one of those sports where you never know. You know, it's too much randomness that goes on the ice.
Yeah,
But why
man.
you bring up open ice though? I mean, like open ice out of
Oh,
nowhere.
cause
You know that?
listen,
You want to tell me something?
we supposed to have 2 weeks to do this thing with me and Travis, and I'm tired of him bumping his gums. I'm gonna slap the rollers out his hair the next time I see him. I'm saying that out right now. The
Mm.
rollers are gonna get slapped out his head, and I want to see him on some open ice because he, Travis is very strategic on what games he selects to play with you. It's
Well, of
all
course,
games that he likes.
of course.
So fuck that. Play me in some open ice and see what happens.
So when is this supposed to be taking place? 2 weeks when though?
So it was supposed to be not this weekend, the following week. But since I am not intelligent enough to look at a calendar and realize that that is Mother's Day, you did
I
mention that.
told you that.
No, you
Yeah.
did. But so I think we'll do it the week after that. Oh, no, no, no. We're still playing that game. We're still playing MK11. But I'm just letting you know that you've been very selective in your game selection, and therefore, I'm already putting it out there that we gonna see each other on some open ice, Travis. That's it. Pull up. Pull up. Now, Mo, I gotta talk to you, man. And we have a bunch of people in the chat that are from different ends of the spectrum. Some people that hate certain companies, some people that love certain companies. We don't care. We don't gatekeep in terms of what you want in this in our channel. We let everything rock. But I want to ask you because I've been having some issues lately, and I just feel like are did we pass the hype for this community? Like if you go about 18 months ago, I think it was at an all-time high.
Right.
I think that everybody was excited about everything. Anytime anything dropped, people was excited. Now, fast forward to today, everything comes with a bit of skepticism. They're already negative about something before anything even pops off. And I'm not saying that they're not right to have that because as a human being, you burn me once, shame on you. I'm gonna have my guards up. You can burn me, but so many times. But at this point, I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know if it's downhill or if we plateaued. We may be at the plateau point. What do you say, brother?
So I think it's a combination of a couple things. You know, again, when this community was at its peak, you know, what I mean, when it was at its highest, we were in the middle of a pandemic. Everybody was inside. Everybody needed something to look forward to. You know, and for those who found the home arcade community, it was a place of positivity. It was something that got you excited. You know, But that combined with like different companies doing different things, some companies blowing their load too quick, some companies, you know what I mean, like, and it's just all around the board, you know what I mean, like. So, for instance, Arcade One Up releasing so many freaking modern titles and not listening to the community and giving them 80s, or you know what I mean, like freaking, IIRcade making a new model of the version, and then you know what I mean, like it's just weird. And At Games wasn't really doing anything except for pinball because they were making money, and they still make money on it. Which again, there's nothing wrong with that at all, right? But it's just like, you know what I mean, like people started being able to go outside. People started being able to go outside and have fun. People got to be able to go to work in the workplace. You weren't locked indoors anymore, and so it's just like the craze. Like once you saw a lot of people able to really like what I'm saying, to get outdoors again, you didn't really see people really be interested in what I mean, like, and as much as they want to. Now, don't get me wrong, people are still interested in the product because clearly we're doing the show right now. You know what I mean? But between that and then certain energies from certain individuals, and then with the last 12 months, especially with Arcade One Up, you know what I mean, like Arcade One Up specific, like it's just been one of the things where it's just you hit an apex, and it's kind of like WCW and WWF, right? Like it's lightning in a bottle, and I think that's what it was. It's lightning in a bottle. Like you're never gonna get that back. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna play devil's advocate for you, Mo. If let's say if we can do this all over again, and let's say freaking Marvel vs. Capcom 2 came out flawless with online just working, or they came out with that game and said, "Hey, it's only going to be local play. We're working on online. It might be a year out, but they were upfront about it, and everything else was just spot on." Don't you think? I think the train would have kept on trucking.
But see, that's the thing, though. It goes back to the whole. Well, I guess we're talking Arcade What Up. We talk Arcade What Up, right? I guess it goes back to transparency. Like you have to give people the full vision, and if you're not getting everybody the full vision, you use MVC2 as a perfect example. At this point, I wish they would have just put all the MVC1 game, all the other MVC games that were already online, kept those online, and just made MVC2 and focus on that, and made that just offline play. I think a lot of people have been a lot more happy. Even right now, I was supposed to host the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 tournament Sunday, but the online isn't where I personally think it should be at. So it's clipped. You know what I mean? And that's gotten pushed back since, for me, December. So we're 6 months in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so for me, it's just kind of like, well, and then there was NFL Blitz. You know what I mean? And then the different form factors. It's just kind of like, well, did some of these cabinets need to come out right away? Like, in a perfect world, Blitz should have probably came out first if they need to get that out, and then did MVC2 this year. Did it in a deluxe version with no riser. Hashtag team no risers around here. You know what I mean? Like that for me, that's personal preference, you know. But again, you can't please everybody, so it's just one of them things where you go to the table, you look at it, but then you get cabs like Fast and Furious, and I really don't want to talk about it, but I'm just saying, like you get cabs like Fast and Furious where more and more stuff comes to the light, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, it's just like, bro, like transparency would do a lot for a community, legit.
See,
And
Mo, I want to talk to you about this. I think a lot of people, and especially with the Fast and the Furious, I was speaking to an individual, and I'm going to keep the name out of this, but they're very knowledgeable in terms of this hobby. And they mentioned to me that he finds it funny how people are so worked up about this particular title, right? Where a majority of the people that are worked up about it has probably never played this title,
right.
right? And don't realize how demanding that this title might be in terms of graphics wise, gameplay wise, to be running on a single board computer. And that of course there would have to be some kind of sacrifices made in order to get this to run at an optimal level,
Agreed.
i.e., instead of going at 60 frames per second, probably going at 30. And so this person says, I'm surprised. They should be super excited about this particular title because the game is awesome. They have the people who actually did this game do the port for it, so you know that in terms of that, it's going to be by far some of the best gameplay that you'll get on the arcade one up. And I think they don't realize how expensive it is. And this is coming from the person, not from me, because I don't have the knowledge in terms of that. But
Yeah.
how expensive licensing would be for to get X amount of cars. Like that's why a lot of like racing titles on Xbox and PlayStation are lost. They're like, we lost the license, so that game you can't download that game anymore. Right? I mean, it does happen. Mo,
Well, it
can
depends.
you?
It depends on the game. Like all the
Hmm.
Forza games, you can still get because Microsoft retains rights to that stuff. You know what I mean? And it all again, it all depends on the games. Where you games like maybe Need for Speed series, like lose certain licenses, but I don't know. I guess when it comes to like licenses, let's be real, and I said before, right? I don't think the licenses of cars is that big of a deal. It's just more like if you put a facsimile in the game of it, like treat it like it's GTA, put a knockout version of the car in there, and it'll
Hmm.
be all good. You know what I mean? And I think, but again, that's not on Arcade One Up. That's the decision that Raw Thrills made and Arcade One Up rocked with. I mean, that's what it looks. That's what it looks like. But people make tizzies about things, man. Like we all make a tizzy about something. It is what it is. But I'm hoping the Fast and Furious is good. I do. I genuinely hope it's good. I'm gonna be watching for people's reviews because Father's Day is coming up, and I kind of want it. You know what I'm saying? That four-way shifter and the modding capabilities and stuff. Yeah, like I'm interested in it. So
Console fanboy. This is actual shirt. I'm game. This is like I'm getting pregame. This is pregame for it. I'm ready. I'm ready.
okay,
Yeah, man. No, I'm excited for the title because I just want to see how they execute on it and what can they build on that. Like you got to believe that this technology is probably going to be used towards Time Crisis. To maybe those will be linkable,
yeah,
right?
eventually,
You got to believe that they build on something each and every time, and hopefully the next iteration of a racing car game has online gameplay because I think that would have just changed the game in the sense of that because it this is the one thing I will say it's a hard pill to swallow to say I want my son to play with me but I have to buy the exact same cabinet. It has the same games, everything, just so he can play with me. So I'm down $1,200.
right? And a lot of people are facing that reality. Even individuals who said they're buying four of the cabinets. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like it's a lot, and that's when it falls Arcade One Up. There should be a bundle for people who want to buy more than one of these things because it just makes sense. But again, they're a business; they got to make money. But like you said, like when you get to the point where it's just like, well, the money you're spending, does it make sense to just maybe look on like an offer up or look on Craigslist or find a local vendor and just maybe buy the actual machine? You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. It's hard. My daughter's the same way. Like she wants to, what I mean? Like she wants to play the racing game. You know what I'm saying? Like Ridge Racer. She wanted to play that, but that's not multiplayer. Whereas Fast and Furious is. So that's a dangerous rabbit hole you're falling down. Like 1,200 plus tax. Like bro, like that's some bread. You know what I'm saying? So unless one of y'all want to loan me y'all credit cards out there, I like yo,
Let,
I can't. You know what I mean? I
I,
can't.
I I would tell an individual. I mean, unless you done hit the lotto or you just got it like that,
Hmm.
I would buy one and just wait for that because you got to believe it's going to be a sale sometime soon, and you just
Yeah, of
scoop it up
course.
when it's a sale. If
Again,
you
there
don't get that second cab,
it's Best Buy exclusive, so I say give it a month. Legit,
yeah,
I'd give it a month. Wait till the movie hype dies down, and you might be able to catch one like
yeah,
real smooth.
or
So
definitely be able to catch one on. You got. people sleep on Facebook Marketplace
Yeah.
because when people spend more than they have and they realize that shit, they go on a Facebook Marketplace and be like, "Listen, let me get this out of my house before my wife kicks me out,"
Right.
and they're willing to take a loss for it. Or you could find someone like Console Fanboy who just rents out cabinets and therefore it'll be there for a month and you could get $100 off the cab.
Yeah, I don't know. Like freaking, it's kind of insane to think about, honestly. But stranger things have happened. Like people have bought. I bought three versions. One, two. I bought three versions of Street Fighter. So, what I mean.
Three.
And
No, you bought more than that.
no, the original Big Blue, and then Yoko. Oh no, four, because Capcom Legacy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Four.
You're kind of
Yeah.
a Capcom whore.
Yeah, I'm. That's fine. I'll own that all
And
day.
you get don't say fine. You just gotta accept that and just nod your head when
Oh, I
anybody
did
says
accept
that.
it. That's why I said I own it. I
And
own
then
it. Listen. I love Street Fighter.
That's all
You know
the
what I'm
Street
saying?
Fighters, and then we're not talking about the Marvel versus Capcom cabs you got as well.
Well,
So-
once MVC2 came out, I got rid of MVC1, and I made most of my money back on that. I got it for like 400. I sold it for like 400, so I got most of my money back. So, what I'm saying?
That was a smart flip.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So like,
So we're gonna end it. Arcade One Up's talk with this. So let's put Fast and the Furious aside. What would have to be the next move to like really, I guess, gain back some momentum? Because I feel like I think they're still number one, but to stay in a positive, what would have to be the next move?
like they would literally have to freaking. I don't know. I mean, the more you improve quality, like the more price will go up, right? So I guess it's more of just give people the titles they're looking for. Maybe Pac-Man sells as much as we hate on it. It sells, but give variety. I mean, I guess that's the thing. Like I don't know how many versions of Class of '81 you can put out, or Pac-Man or Mortal Kombat. I think they should really probably focus on the stuff that they're doing now, like work on existing cabinets and get those to the point where they need to be. Like you're selling an MK2 Deluxe cabinet and the online's still bad. You know what I'm saying? Like fix that kind of stuff. At least for me, I'm not a casual, so it's hard for me to be like, well, do this or we'll do that. I personally think they should fix the stuff they have now before trying to move forward. And then maybe, put out a couple big name titles, maybe a title from the 90s, give some more 80s titles because people are clamoring for them. Like there's a lot of stuff they could do. A lot of stuff they could do. It's just about how do they execute. That's the real question.
You got to believe that their next. If I was Arcade One Up, I'd be like, okay, I don't care what we have on the table. This next title, we gotta hit it 1,000%, not 100, 1,000%. We can't have any kind of hiccups.
Okay. But even if they did that, the bad taste that they've left in the consumer's mouth already doesn't matter. Like you've got 3 cabinets within the last freaking 8 months that have come out that people are not satisfied with. Like, again, it's one of those things where you need to restore your trust in your consumers, especially the hardcores, because the hardcores, realistically speaking, are the ones that are buying these things, right? And without no trust, there's no relationship, right? And that applies in all things in life, chat, all things. But I'm just saying, like there's no need. Like you can put out a banger cabinet and it can be perfect, but people are going to be skeptical because of what's going on currently. Like that's the stuff that they need to worry about. Worry about the current stuff. Fix the things that have plaguing issues that are glaring, and then put out a banger cabinet. You know what I mean? Like,
So give me an example that what they need to fix.
fix MVC. Look, I can say fix MVC2 because that's me being selfish, right? But fix MK2. MK2 has been busted. MK Legacy has been busted since Legacy. The online, the input latency, like that stuff's been busted. Like fix that. You know what I'm saying? Like fix that kind of stuff. Fix MVC2 online. Get that game optimized to the point where freaking where it'll run properly. You know what I'm saying? Like, fix that. You know?
Probably give us more than one board, one
Yeah,
stage.
yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen to the community. Like, what they really need to do, get a focus group. Do a focus group of random consumers, not the hardcore random consumers, and put them in a room and literally ask, like, hey, we're thinking about putting out this. What do you think of this? What kind of features would you like to see? These features are on these existing cabinets. Would you like to see these pictures over here? I've said it before and I'll say it again. The fact that NBA Jam and NFL Blitz does not have any kind of spectate mode, and people are literally like running freaking leagues off of their cameras and holding them together with bubble gum and paste is absolutely baffling to me. You have the NFL license. You have a possibility of doing some big things, and they're not doing it. It is baffling to me. Take your stuff in house before you put out the next banger. Because let's say they did something like CVS2, like John keeps like freaking like hinting at or talking about, right? Let's say they do that. It doesn't matter if it runs like trash. It don't matter if it's missing the features that should be on it. You know what I mean? Like, because what? MVC2 runs on Flycast, so if they did CVS2, you got to imagine that would be the Flycast version as well, right? Get Flycast optimized. You know what I'm saying? Like, do that kind of stuff. Time Crisis, I don't know what happened to Time Crisis. Maybe they hold it back a year. Somebody put out a video and said it was supposed to come out like they're going to do Time Crisis 2 next year. Do that. Do that. Make Time Crisis 2 your marquee title and just skip Time Crisis 1 and include it on there, man. Like, that's the kind of stuff they should be doing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, don't just pump and dump a cap because it's going to make you a little bit of bread. That's my own personal thing. And do more countercades, online countercades, because people ain't got space.
Yeah, they need to do that. That should have been done. That and some party cades. And
Yeah.
basically anything that got a screen should have Wi-Fi. That's it. So let's turn the page. Let's say I think that Ad Games is actually on the up and coming because of their, talks about their 4K stuff. I mean, they really haven't talked about it after that. So I think that, their audience are quiet now, but hey, I think it's in a positive move. But let's talk about what recently happened. I'm gonna play devil. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate, and you're gonna be on the other side there, Mo. I just feel that I think it's a big coincidence that after our show, where we basically buried IIRcade, that they're talking about, well, Gen 1 is not left behind. We have been able to get Sinden light guns up and running on the cabinet. And I'll say to this, before I get into my spill, I'm excited for the Gen 1 community because a lot of them was pissed off that they wasn't going to be able to play Operation Wolf the proper way. No one wants to play with a fucking joystick. So people got excited about that. I'm excited for those people. Regardless if I think the game is trash and it came out in 1957. I don't care. If people are happy about it, I'm happy for them. But I gotta believe that they felt some heat from the show and from the community because a lot of people been kind of having that same message like, dang, I'm getting tired of getting shit on. What are you doing for me? What have you done for me lately? Yeah, we got that, but half the people, well, not half, a majority of people can't play it. So I think they probably had this cooking for a while, but they weren't ready to say anything about it. But they had to say something now to put out the fires that are out there. What do you say?
So I'm happy that this announcement was made. I remember back in September that they did state this. There was a video that was played on the screen with Glenn's panel and whatever else, and it was announcing that like, hey, they're working on this for the IIRcade Gold and maybe Gen 1 support. B Kong actually did an interview with Jong and asked about it. Was it possible for it to come to IIRcade to the Gen 1 cabinets? And he was, and if I remember correctly, John was like flat out like, yo, like, well, if there's some third party person that wants to do it and get it running, they can. So Glenn's got it running on a Gen 1. That makes me happy. I still got my Gen 1 because I believe everything's multitask. Everything's a multi-purpose thing. So if I go spend $170 on the Sinden light gun, I can not only use it on a Bobby Boo build on the Bobby Sarah, video coming soon, and you know what I'm saying. Like not only can I do it on that, but like I can actually use it on the machine. It all comes down to how much that panel is going to cost. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd love for them to do a new board, but I know it's probably not possible for the Gen 1. But
this is what I have a question for you about that, because Mensa in the chat put out a video, and I have a question about it, because one of the things that was mentioned in the beginning was the fact that it might be hard for Gen 1 because they don't have straight up USB on their PCB board, right?
Right.
That you would have to use Bluetooth technology.
Or the panel. Yeah.
That doesn't exist at this time. Bluetooth technology in terms of using a Sinden light gun. Other companies are trying to do that. So I guess that's what Glenn was brought in to kind of get that possibility of reality.
Well, I don't know if you looked at the video, but the video that he did, the video they put up, it actually looks like the IIRcade Gold panel with like USB ports on the front of it. Unless I'm blind, chat. Unless I missed something, I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
So then, in theory, we're buying a new board that's going to be built into the panel to be able to, and that's not really. That's the thing that we said for them to do in the first place. Just sell us a board to upgrade.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta imagine it can't be that expensive. Like if AtGames is gonna sell an upgrade board for like $350 for 4K, like it can't be that much to upgrade the arcade board. I think it's more R&D and then the amount of units that you need to produce to get it done. You know what I mean? But then it also requires for the consumer to be savvy enough to go ahead and do it. Whereas Glenn might he might have the board and he might just include it in the panel, which that would be smart. Everything's just plug and play, plug and drop in. That just makes sense. You know what I mean? But then again, there are some people in the community who like to tinker and whatever else. Regardless of how they're getting it done, like I think it's a good move because you can do more than Operation Wolf. The arcade is pretty powerful, so you can run some games. They just got to get some good licenses to go along with it. Like that's literally the story of it all. It's like, if you're gonna have people go out there and buy these expensive guns, then you need to have some games and more than Operation Wolf. Operation Wolf's a great start.
So.
But you need more.
I just want to highlight this comment. Brooklyn Menace is going to have Glenn on, and he say he'll explain further on Friday. So if you want some answers, definitely go over to Brooklyn Menace and ask your questions in the chat. Hopefully they'll get them answers for you. And I'm just thinking again, I have no skin in the game. If they were to do that, though, right? Let's say it is a board. That's gotta. You don't think it's gonna be minimum $300 to $400 to put that
inside the board with the panel? Yeah, I think it should be. That would just make sense. You know what I mean? But I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious about what it's gonna cost. What the pricing is. If Brooklyn's gonna have Glenn on Friday. Hopefully Glenn gets some pricing because I looked on his website and I didn't see anything like pricing wise for it. So, yeah, I mean, but I'd love to know. I would. I think if you love the platform, I don't think 300 is too much for the board, the panel, everything else. If you're going over 300, maybe.
Rich Rodello, if it's $200, I will say that's a win for the community.
Yeah,
I don't think so, but hey.
No, Glenn sold a whole kit of buttons and sticks for like $20, man. Listen, Glenn, you know what I'm saying? He's not out there price gouging people. I'll say that. So
he's not. But the thing is, this is going to be outside of his control because he has to source the board from IIRcade.
Right, and that right there that's going to be the defining factor right there. It's how much is IIRcade going to charge him for the board, or is he, or are they going to make they're going to make us responsible for that, the consumer?
I would hope, and this is that it's going to be 10% more than costs. Let them get their beak wet, but don't beat somebody over the head for, I guess I don't want to say mistakes because for all we know they always plan the one to be the one, and this
Yeah,
just as a
yeah.
new iteration. But
I mean, they probably looked at it like let's be real. They probably looked at it like an iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas like, yo, there's only gonna be support for so long in this for this platform, whatever, right? With the IRK Gold. So for me, that makes sense. But
dude, I
I
think
hope
it's
they do
more than
something.
100. I think it's more than
Oh yeah, no,
100.
it's gonna be, yeah,
No,
yeah,
he
yeah,
said
yeah.
the player base is only 100. I think it's more than 100, bro. Oh, but maybe he's talking about the Operation Wolf. Operation Wolf only, I think, had 100
You know,
downloads.
that'd be wild, wouldn't it? That would be wild if only like 100. But then again, you gotta think about how many people have Sinden light guns. You see what I'm saying? Like you're
Sending light
asking,
guns is not cheap, and
right? That's what I'm saying. Like you're asking people to invest.
well, Brooklyn Menace made a good point the other day. I was watching him, and he said that an individual that buys a Sinden light gun, chances are they're not just buying it for the IIRcade. They're buying
Yeah,
it to use it for their PC or whatnot because it's going to be a pretty
yeah,
expensive item to just say, hey, this is for the IIRcade. Because if you were just doing that, that could get really pricey,
yeah.
right? But there's going to be some people that don't want to tinker with their PC, that don't want to tinker with this stuff. They just want a simple plug and play, and they're only going to have the IIRcade. So that could be pricey.
Yeah, but if that's your only platform, you're willing to invest that kind of money into it. Why not go for it? Again, it's just one of the things where it's like sending light guns, multi-use. You can do that. You can hook it up to a PC, whatever else, right? And tune all that stuff in if you're tech savvy enough to do all that. So
Miami Tiger Arcades makes the sense. Where's the new UI? We've
yeah,
been
man, they've been
talking
talking about
about
they've been
that
talking about that for
forever.
a while. Yeah, I
We've
mean,
been talking about that for a while. I think that should have come out before the gold cabinet came out.
I thought it would have came out when the Gold Caps came out. It would have made sense.
Right?
You launch a new product line. Here's your new interface. Here you go. I mean,
Yeah.
but I guess people miss the swoosh if it's not. You know what I'm saying? If it's not there, I don't know. But let me ask you this though. So, Operation Wolf's able to be played as a shooter, right? What if they put something out there that you want to play? Like let's say they did like an Area 51 or a Maximum Force. You
If they
grabbing the
if they
arcade?
came if they came out with that from the beginning, I would have bit. I listen. I'm not saying that Operation Wolf is a piece of shit game. I'm not.
No, Operation Wolf is dope. Like one
But
and 1 through 3,
to
yeah,
to
3 is
me,
great.
it doesn't entice me to want to buy the unit. I would put it in my library, but it's not enticing me to purchase it. Where I could have there's so many ways that I could play that game because that game is not really demanding to me.
Yeah,
But if you told me that you had something like like butter me up and say, "Oh, I'm giving you the modern remake of it that they just came out on the Switch, or the remake of House of the Dead," and you set maximum force, right?
yeah.
Area
Area
51.
51 Maximum Force. I remember playing
I,
that.
I'd,
Yep.
I'd buy that in a minute. That I would buy the cabinet for that. But
I'm
again,
just,
we have to. I think we have to realize that it's not apple to apples. These companies, like they just don't have the money, the backing, and the user base to demand an IP like that. They have to play with a different set of cards. They have to realize, hey, we're not gonna get these IPs. Let's try something else. Like Prince Malcolm says in there, let's get independent, indie games that are retro modern, that's a little bit more demanding, that you think that should be on cabinets that are not. And I think they try to go that route, but sometimes you can't say yes to everything. Like you can't tell me that retro knockouts is a good thing for the cabinet. For me personally, I think it's a good game, has a lot of potential, but to me that feels like a console game that
well,
you should be
because
sitting down with
it
a with
is.
a with a with a pad, not playing on the arcade.
Yeah,
I'm sure that there's going to be a good amount, but not enough. I don't think.
yeah. He flat out said it when I did the show with P Dubs. He flat out said that it's a console game that they're bringing over to the IIRcade. So it is. Again, I'm curious to see how that's going to control. Because those games like that are precision. You know, I would never try to play Mike Tyson's Punch Out with a freaking arcade stick.
I've tried it. It
I'm not
sucks.
crazy. Yeah, yeah. It is not a good experience at all. So
You're not
something I would ever
playing
do.
Mario, the regular Mario on an arcade. That's a platform. Like they have a lot of
Well,
titles that
that's not true because you can play the Play Choice tens were all
yeah
freaking they were arcade.
they were
You know what I'm
but
saying?
that was to give a kid, hey, that was basically a commercial in the arcade. Hey, you could play these games in your house. Try them out here. But I don't think it's a good experience trying to play Mario from beginning to end, standing up.
Well, to be fair, you can beat Mario in 5 minutes. I mean,
If
I
you hit
mean,
all
so,
those cheating boards. I
no,
feel you.
I mean, all you got to do is hit a couple warps. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you can beat it. You can beat it in five,
cheat,
10 minutes
cheat,
as a
cheat.
casual. You know what I'm saying?
But
So I'm just saying, like you can do it.
now,
That's like too difficult.
so do you think that this news coming out? Let me bring this back up because I gotta bring this back up because this is what I think of. IIRcade was on the floor before they announced this. I think they're trying to get up. Do you think it's enough to give them a second wind, or do you think too little, too late?
No, it's I don't think they're absolutely on the floor, but yeah, it's enough. It's something new. It's something exciting because now you've got this technology. It's officially on the cabinet. Now it's well, what shooting game is going to come out next? You know what I mean? It's the anticipation of what comes next. You know, so for the community, I think that's great. I genuinely want to see like something that's just gonna make you go wow. Even if you know what I mean, like even if it's not like Super Name, what they should do. There's this indie game, right? And they should work with a lot of indie devs. There's this indie game that's pretty much a spiritual successor to Duck Hunt, and that game on the arcade would be freaking great because nobody else is gonna do it. At Games isn't gonna do it. Arcade One Up isn't gonna do it. If you hit somebody with some nostalgia feels and be like, dude, this is like, yo, take this back to Duck Hunt,
You,
and
you know
somebody's
what's
playing the game, you're like, yeah, you would absolutely do that.
you know what's crazy, Mo? They are okay. I'm gonna say IIRcade. Now I want y'all to clip this because y'all not gonna believe the things that I'm gonna say. I think IIRcade done so many things right. They gave you a place that you can purchase games digitally, right there. Boom. They told the community like, listen, you think your game should have been on an arcade? Come to us. You can bring your game and it will be on arcade. That they did that. They built a community that's basically family oriented and strong. They did so many right things, but the things that they fucked up were way bigger than the things that they did right. Can they do a course of correction? I'm sure they can, but it's going to be an uphill battle, I would say. I think, like you said, that whole thing about the indie game, if they would to, I guess, lean into that more, maybe they can really make a good lane for themselves. A good lane for themselves, man.
Yeah.
So
And C Marvel, I saw your comment. One that makes somebody want to play the original Duck Hunt. Let me ask you this, C Marvel. Do you have an original NES? Do you have a CRT to play Duck Hunt on said NES?
it's
There's
not
only two
fun.
way, There's only two ways you're playing that. You're playing on CRT, or if you bought the version that was re-released on the Wii U. If you didn't buy either one of those versions, you can't play it. I own both of them, so I can play it. So it's just something different to stand in front of a screen and shoot because it's 2023, man. Like I think a lot of people would actually eat that up. It's kind of like where people were talking about Time Crisis and they were more excited about Point Blank being on it. You know what I'm saying? It's that same kind of vibe. So spiritual successors are what helps move certain things. It's what we live off of. You know what I mean? Like even the Double Dragon that got announced today.
Don't even
Pretty
talk
much.
about that shit. That's blasphemy.
Why is it
That's
blasphemy?
blasphemy.
Why?
That
That
thing.
double that thing
First
is a
of
mix.
all,
It looks
what
like a
happened to the
mixed
chick getting punched in the stomach? Now she's a
playable
character.
character.
I
Yeah.
don't want that shit.
Look, because they're trying to be
No
Scott
damsels in
Pilgrim.
distress anymore.
They're trying to be Scott Pilgrim and they're trying to be freaking Shredder's Revenge. Okay, you know what I'm
Fuck
saying?
that.
Like
Sometimes bitches need to be saved.
look, nobody got saved in freaking in Shredder's Revenge, and April was OP in the game. She was busted. So I mean, but again, I'm just saying, spiritual successors can be great. And that's the kind of stuff that we need to get in the door with, especially when it comes to like shooters. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, we got to stop this bullshit. Not everything needs to be remade. Sometimes the classic is okay. Like I said, and you said, those retro modern games are kind of cool. It does bring this generation into games that are like 3 generations removed. So I think they're cool, but sometimes you just gotta leave shit alone. Sometimes a bitch needs to be saved. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
What's the last chick? Who's the last chick that you saved?
Listen,
Look,
I love you. I love you. I love you.
There's a popular rap song out there, and it goes like this: Don't save her, she don't want to be saved. Don't save her, she don't want to be saved. Don't save her, she don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
Look, Jay speaking to my soul. Some things don't need to be made again.
Yo, I saw that, bro. Jack Harlow, ain't no way. Yeah, I saw that, bro. I did see that. I ain't
get checked by Mo. I got checked by a particular person that might be in the audience. Bro, you need to learn what battles you can fight. What battles you just got to take the L. I'm going to take this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this one. So with that said...
Wait. They're remaking New Jack City?
I'm sure that they will.
No, they better not.
They're remaking The Color Purple.
Wait, so hold on. So they're gonna have somebody on there like Whoopi Goldberg till you do right by me.
Yes, you got Tahadja B. Hansen. Who else they got in there? The girl from Orange is the New Black. She's in there, and there was another black chick that I can't remember. But everything. If you live long enough, there'll be a remake of a remake. Like how many Texas Chainsaw Massacres remakes have you lived through? At least 4.
But that's different. That's different. That's horror movies. We can let that rock. But with classics, you know what I'm saying? Listen. Ain't nothing better. Am I my brother's keeper? My brother's keeper? Yes.
Till you do right by me.
Am. Bang! Listen, no, certain things you don't need to remake. White Man Can't Jump, fine. Rosie Perez, she was, you know what I'm saying? She was kind of mid, you know what I'm saying? You can do that. Woody Harrelson, you can remake that. Fine, I'll give you White Man Can't Jump. Don't touch New Jack City. You don't touch New Jack City. Because you can't do that movie in 2023. Like, you can't.
First of all, I think the last movie that was politically incorrect is Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder, you cannot make today. You can't do blackface today.
Yeah.
You can't do blackface today. You and to get Robert Downey Jr. to do it, I don't think you'll be able to do that again today. No.
So certain things they need to leave alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Little Mermaid coming from anime to real life. All right, cool. You can do that. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? White Man Can't Jump. I saw the 2-minute trailer on Twitter. Fine, let that rock, but don't touch New Jack City. All right, you know what I'm saying? Because I always envision that scene with Chris Rock and the hype in there arguing. You know what I'm saying? Arguing over the turkey and the foil and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but listen. Don't do that again. Don't remake Juice. All right, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think they can.
No.
I mean, they can. They can.
No, they can't.
But I don't think it would be. I don't think they would do a good job of it.
Bro, it wouldn't hit different. Listen, the movies hit different. Like I saw they remade House Party, and I hope that movie flopped because that's what they get. That's what they get.
It only lasted in the theater, I think, about a week. The next week it was on digital, and I saw it on digital, and I said, this is trash.
Yeah, yeah.
And also that LeBron James is really full of himself.
Hold on. Don't disrespect the king, bro. Hold on.
King of what?
Let that man be great. Listen, that
MJ
man.
all day, baby.
Oh, and I'm with you on that. But that man
Nah.
gets
He,
bags. Let him
let
get
him
a
get the bag.
bag.
But
Let him
LeBron,
get a bag.
you here, King? I'm gonna talk about your man, and I'm a fan of him. But he's fucking full of himself in this movie. You could tell. You could tell he's full of
But you
himself.
gotta think, he didn't write the script though. He just goes off of
He
what they
okayed
give him.
it. He's
Right.
the
He's
producer. He's the producer that they gave him. They gave him. Hey,
Look.
this is the script. You okay with this? He's like, yeah. Add me doing this. Add me doing that, and slapping somebody.
Look,
Like,
my man, LeBron James, the greatest of this generation and any generation before.
what?
Deserves.
No. You will
to be out
not.
here.
You will not.
You ain't gonna let my Stephen A. Smith rock?
You will not.
You ain't gonna let my Stephen A. Smith rock though?
First of all, if you're gonna do Stephen A. Smith, you got to keep your neck still. And he looks like he can't move his neck. He got to move his whole body to turn and sit. You got to do that. All right. Real quick.
But yeah, MJ's a goat. Just Jordan's a goat. Like we
got to take somebody off of life support. I thought literally, I heard the beep. Not it was still going. It was beep. It was dead.
Mm-hmm.
It was dead. Then we got this. We got this post today. It's about 4 hours old. And Unico woke up out the motherfucking grave. Unico says that they're going to have this monitor, 26-inch, the Phoenix Monitor Series, replacement monitor for old CRTs. And it's going to be estimated about $300. You can pre-order it soon. They're going to be putting the link up on their page anywhere from the middle of this month to mid-June. And they're only going to do a short batch because they want to kind of test the waters to see what the demand is. They're going to be review units shipped out to Todd Tuckey. He's going to put it through his paces, and so you could see whether this is a good replacement option for those people who are into the real arcades. You could use this as a replacement because, hey, CRTs, they're not making any new ones, right? So this is a viable option. So they're not dead. They're not dead. Wow. They came out the grave. What do you say to that, my man Moat?
$300 for a 26-inch LCD monitor with various inputs on it. Let me say that again. 26 inches LCD with brackets, $300.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap. It's not cheap. But if it's for them and whoever needs it, yo, good on you. You know what I mean? And the fact that they're going for actual arcade enthusiasts and people that are in the scene like Todd Tuckey, getting them to review it, and whoever else, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Ralph's getting one. I highly doubt it, but that's good for them. That's great.
Why are you so disrespectful? Ray came in with the heat. He said Unico is the big lots of the whole market.
Listen, we're not. Hold on. We're not saying that. Listen. That's Ray Rockwood saying that. That's not us saying that. Okay, look, we already get enough heat. Like, nah, we're not saying that at all.
I think it does have some program like CTR scanners and stuff like that to kind of give it that.
I would hope
that
so,
feature, but we don't know for sure.
If it doesn't, then what's the point of the monitor? You literally just go to Walmart and go buy a flat screen for like $80 and get somebody to make some brackets. Like,
I'm still laughing because he said it's the big lots. Oh my God.
What's going on, Queen?
I got. You know what? I'm gonna go back. That's getting pinned. That's the com. You win, sir. 1,000 points, and here the points mean nothing, but you got 1,000 of them. Okay.
That's crazy. I'm just saying, like, listen, if it does all the cool stuff, you know what I mean, like, and for those individuals who need them, yeah, that'd be great. Especially for cats who are doing like conversions and whatever else, CRT, they don't want to deal with that nonsense. Yeah, by all means, I hope it's good. I do.
Okay, Mo. Me and you, we're both movie enthusiasts, right? Movie buffs. And I don't know if you saw what I saw, but another Sony movie's coming out, Sony game movie, and it's Gran Turismo 6.
Yeah, I saw that
The
BS.
trailer came out.
I saw that. I saw
They're
that.
taking a very unique spin on it, and basically it's a guy who's good at the game who then uses that knowledge to be a actual racer. What did you think about it? Was you hyped? Or was you just like, this shit looks stupid like Cars
You know
with
where they
Family?
you know where they did this it? They did this on? If anybody remembers on the PS3 days, y'all remember the show The Tester? Yeah, they did that season 2 when they took everybody and put them in I think GT5 it just came out or GT6 came out and they took them on the racetrack or whatever else. It's not the season Justin Wall was in. So I think that's season 2. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they did that. People played the game and they took them around the actual tracks and whatever else, right? Let's be real. Me playing on this god dog on PlayStation 5 stick is not going to convert me into a world class driver. All the haptic squeezing in these triggers is not going to help me downshift, you know what I'm saying, and freaking and upshift when I'm supposed to when the RPM's at the right point. It's not going to happen. It's so far based out of reality, chat. Nah, Sony played too much. Listen, that's how y'all know Sony bored. Sony's bored when they start making movies like this. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Would you don't think that the success that they have with The Last of Us, semi successful Uncharted, that they're not on the right path of making good movies?
Oh no, I listen. Sony picture movies, for the lack of a better term, a lot of video game movies they put out or series are great. Last of Us, amazing. Uncharted wasn't bad. They tried to tie in too much. Like you tried to tie in like 4 movies, 4 games or 3 games into one movie. Don't imagine our Uncharted movies, not bad, right? But Gran Turismo, you could have did Days Gone.
I don't know why they even picked that.
You could
Maybe it's because it's such a popular title.
Well, I'm just saying, you could have did God of War.
That's what they should have did.
You could have did a SOCOM movie. You could have did Killzone. You could have done a Horizon movie. Oh, there's lots of franchises that they could have dipped their toes into. My boys, y'all chose Gran Turismo. For real, that movie gonna flop. That movie's gonna be straight to DVD.
Since we're in this wheelhouse, another exciting thing happened. Sega's Knuckles series started filming, and so that's going to be a TV series. I don't know who picked it up. It might be on Amazon, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And Idris Elba is going to be, reprising his role as Knuckles. What do you think about that? Are you hype about that? Because a lot of people got excited when that character came on screen. He really brought it to life.
Yeah, listen, I like Idris Elba, so I'm always about a brother getting a check. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's a good series. I hope it you know what I'm saying? I hope they take it back like in the past with all the other echidna and how he became the holder of the Master Emerald and all that other stuff. I hope they tell that story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope they don't just do something stupid and try to tie in with the movie. They do the season finale. Go watch Sonic 3. Like,
that's what they're going to. They have to tie in that.
I know. But there's tasteful ways to do it. Like Last of Us, they ended. You know what I'm saying? And we know when season 2 comes out, it's going to be the last of Abby. You know what I mean? Like, we know that. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But certain things just you don't need to do everything, man. I think that's the problem with the MCU now. They're trying to do too much. Although Secret Wars might be kind of lit. That might be kind of lit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like MCU. You're doing too much, man. Slow down.
You know what weekend? It's a Marvel weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We got Guardians of the Galaxy 3 coming out. Right?
This weekend or next weekend?
This weekend.
Really?
This weekend, brother. You ain't buy the tickets? Oh, man.
No,
my daughter.
No, my daughter.
And they said this is the last, because the last couple of movies been ass.
Oh, yeah.
They've been ass. So this one, they're saying it's really good.
Well, it's supposed to be the final Guardian of the Galaxy movie, so I would hope it is.
I was told about your message. It was a little bit later, but maybe we could set something up.
Time out. I did not tell you can call him Nick. I call him Nick. I didn't say all that now. Hold on. I said it's Nick's show. Nick got to run that past you. I didn't even say you can call him Nick. Look, his mama call him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. Right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that certain that's
Some people you can't call them by their government
right.
name.
You can't call me Michael. Like no, there ain't no way in hell.
I was reading. I was watching a story today with Cameron talking about him and Jim Jones meeting Lawrence Fishburne at a Toys R Us, and they said Larry, and that nigga flipped out and was about to fuck him up. He said, "My name is Lawrence." So sometimes you gotta just rock with what they want.
Yeah. But hopefully the Guardians of the Galaxy movie is good. I mean,
I think it's gonna be good. I saw a couple of the people that I follow dearly in terms of film pundits. They spoke highly of it. So I'm excited for that.
So I had the movie weekends flip flop because I thought it came out next weekend, but it's Fast X that comes out next weekend, and that's what I had flip. Yeah, so yeah,
which makes sense because that's when everything should be popped. The majority of the people who ordered should have received their items.
Yeah.
So
no doubt.
It just makes sense. It makes sense. Mo, you know what happens this weekend, right? You know what happens this weekend?
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy comes out.
WWE
Backlash live from Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? With Bad Bunny taking on Damian Priest. Yeah, that happens this weekend.
No, it's a Mortal Kombat weekend, baby. Starts with you on Friday.
Oh yeah, that is the thing.
You're gonna be doing some Mortal Kombat content, which I thought was blasphemy for coming from you, but
I'm trying to carry over hype for your event, which has apparently 46 people out of 50. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm trying to build carryover hype for your event and run some MK trifecta matches on a special Smoke Sunday on Friday night. Yeah, Smoke Sunday on a Friday. Yeah, don't at me, right? You know what I'm saying?
I'm excited to see it because I want to see the people in your community playing MK.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. I want to see if people can actually play MK. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm curious about.
Because that quarter circle shit don't work on MK. All right? We're not watching cartoons. This is the real deal Holyfield.
You sound like a hater to me, bro.
I'm just saying. We're playing real feel Holyfield. Now, with that being said, when this stuff happens, the community, I felt like we went into the DeLorean and went back in time to when things were really hype. And when you had beef on these panels, you put it on wax like this. And it's over with another for the champions, for the belt. Oh my God. The last match, the last round. This man beat your ass. It felt like I was watching a freaking heavyweight match, man. Went down to the 12th round.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
3 days later.
Oh man. Wow, that was some match. That was good. 10-9. Man, I fucked Welcome to Die up. That was so good. Time to go back to work. Welcome to Die. What the fuck are you doing here? I asked you a fucking question. What the fuck are you doing here? Are you fucking deaf? Are you fucking deaf, you dumbass motherfucker? I beat you 10-9. You're done. You're done. What the fuck are you in my home? What the fuck are you doing here? Answer me. I'm practicing. What the fuck did you say? I'm practicing. Practicing? Practicing? Are you fucking out of your mind? Practice? You don't need practice. You need to get the fuck out of my home. You don't deserve to play Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is not your game. You know what? Get down here. Get down here. Yeah, that's right. Get down here. Open your mouth. I said open your fucking mouth. Put your mouth on that fucking thing. Please, no. Open your fucking mouth. You got a big mouth. Open it. Open it. Open your fucking mouth. I'm the fucking champ. I'm the motherfucking champ. Say goodnight. I beat Welcome to Die 10-9. I beat Godly 5-0, that punk motherfucker. And on May 6th, I'ma fuck you up too.
Subscribe, baby. Subscribe, baby. Subscribe. Like my video. Like my video.
And I don't care if you like him, if you hate him, you gotta say that that shit was entertaining. He tells a story. Like, people could clip shit and talk shit, but he makes a story out of this. And dude, paying homage to the American History X, all that, I thought it was lit. The most exciting part is like, and May 6th, I'll fuck you up too. Oh man, it was funny. Listen, if you enjoy that video and you like that kind of content, go over to Console Fanboys channel, subscribe, give it a view, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down if you hate it, but give it a twice. If you hate it, thumbs down it twice. Do me that favor, because it is a double piece of shit. If that didn't get you hype, Mo, let's say if you was godly, if you was welcome to die, how would you feel?
If I'm godly, I'm pissed. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm godly, I'm pissed just because I got an honorable mention in this disrespectful promo. You know what I'm saying? Video for Welcome to Die. If I'm Welcome to Die, I'm pissed because them Adidas were hella clean. They were crisp. That man didn't worry about the bread at all. He kicked the back of your head in with some crisp Adidas on. You know what I'm saying? And then he was just dead. When you saw the one part and he came from the back and you just saw Welcome to Die's face, like, bro, I was deceased. I was like, ain't no way, bro. Like that's it's funny. I laugh.
Also, just for me, do me a favor. I know, like I said, you can do what you want. Buy whatever cabinet you want, play whatever cabinet you want. As long as you're having fun, do it. But if you love UAG, if you love Moat, if you love the Weekly Retro Party, OTG, Mad Dads, do us a favor. Go subscribe to Console Fanboys channel. I need him to get to 2K because I need him to break the shit out of an IIRcade on a video. He said he would do it. If he gets to 2K, he's going to do it. And please, God, I would like to see that. Not because it's the machine, because I want to see him burn his money down. I want to see that shit. I'm selfish. So help me. Help me get him to 2K because I need to see that. I need to see that. I'm selfish. I know. You're not trying to help me? Stop acting like you frozen, motherfucker. You ain't frozen. Cocksucker.
I never said it was. I was listening to you. I was listening to your impassioned speech. I was waiting for a graphic to go over the screen like do 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 do. That's what I was waiting for. You know what I mean? So
Tommy Terry, listen. Where is my what is it? What's that thing called again? I forgot what it's called.
The Amico.
The Amico. Where's my Amico? Where's my Amico? We got the real Tommy Terrico in the chat, CEO. Where is it? Okay, I digress. No, listen, guys. This weekend, go over to Mo's channel. He's gonna be doing that MK stuff, getting us hyped for the Saturday tournament. Me, Godly's gonna be there. Welcome to Die, OTG. Everybody, just come through, sign up, just have a blast. We're gonna have money involved. We got the money team that's gonna be a sponsor. We got JLS Gaming that's sponsoring, so we're gonna be having prizes for first, second, and third of the usual $100, $75, and $50. We're also gonna be giving a $25 gift card to anybody who's watching the stream, and another one for anybody who's participating in the tournament. Yeah, we're doing big things, and it's only going to get bigger because we'll have MK2, and we'll probably have a date for you that Saturday. The match is going to be opening up early at 9 o'clock Eastern. Check in. You have 2 hours to do so. Check in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's have a blast. Let's have fun. Hopefully, we see all your faces there. It's not on any cabinet. It's on Fightcade. It could run on a potato. It could run on one of those old calculators that you got. Listen, Moat's been playing it on a Wii U. Right, Moat?
Sure, we'll go with that. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh, man. Moat, you got anything to say before we head on out?
I do actually. I do actually. In the words of Jane Aiko, I'm back up on my bullshit, back up on the scene. No, but yo, for real. Like UAG said, man, if you're not sub to the Mo Play channel, listen, Friday night, if you're good at Mortal Kombat, come through. We're going to play some MK2, 3, and then if we need to play MK1, we'll play some MK1. I don't want to kind of play too much of that, you know what I'm saying, because we want to save that for its own celebration the next night. Saturday, y'all can probably bust my head in that tournament. I'm trash, so I'm free. But I'm here to support the community. Tomorrow night, game time. And then, yeah, I finally got the stuff for the Bobby Sarah, so we'll get that stuff done too. But yeah, back up on my bull.
With that being said, guys.
Hold on. Wait, don't you wrap me up. Don't you wrap me up. I'm trying to look at you on the screen right now and see how come your machines aren't moving right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, like, listen,
The power bill is out, and that's why we're doing this.
Yo. That's a great gif. That's a great gif.